the Arizona Cardinals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Caught, right side, Gresham. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And now it's Rosen looking. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop. Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Rosen. Flush to his right. Oh, he stays up. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Michael Brockers able to run him down for a loss of a yard. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. To throw is Rosen. His throw caught right on the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Lucky 56.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while. What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Jackson now to return. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back. I agree. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 10. 76,
76. Kill him. 76. 76.
They go play action here on first down. Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Rosen. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Rosen now off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Give him 30 yards there. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the 1st down yardage there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
17. Value 1. Goes on. 180.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Robert Kindici forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the 50, it's gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Johnson on the counter. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Brian Orakpo in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. On 1st and 10, Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, lift! 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 Lift!
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Goff on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
2 for 66.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Hey, lift. 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 Turbo's up.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. "13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. On first down, it's Rosen. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Rosen on 1st and 10. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. Jackson now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, here's Goff. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
don't they? They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Super 66.
To throw on second down is gone. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. And got him in, it's Woods. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A shotgun snap for Goff. Steps away to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Micah Kiser was in on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Rosen to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
After the interception, here's Gall. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Golden in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the toss, it's Gurley. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Peterson. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Michael Brockers in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Rosen will throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
DC. We go.
Out of the gun. Gone. Dumps it off to Gurley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now gone. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Goff going to throw it. Got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Go. Block 20. Start him up here.
Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. That game's now gone final in the Meadowlands. The Jets continuing to pour it on. They're opening the lead up even further. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. 2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Now Rosen on 1st down. Gets it to Bryce Butler, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a...
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
One final shot here for Rosen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And his throw's going to be incomplete.